At the formal will reading, the atmosphere is tense and emotionally charged, with relatives gathered in a grand room, each quietly expecting their share of the inheritance. Among them sits a modest, soft-spoken woman dressed simply, avoiding attention and keeping to herself. While others exchange confident looks and whisper about property, money, and assets, she remains calm and respectful. However, several family members begin to mock her presence, assuming she has no real connection or importance to the deceased. Some question why she was even invited, while others make subtle insults about her background, appearance, and status. Their behavior grows more dismissive as they treat her like an outsider, someone who is only there to watch, not to receive. A few relatives openly suggest that she should not expect anything, implying that inheritance is reserved for those with power, wealth, or blood ties. The room fills with quiet laughter and judgmental stares, making the situation deeply uncomfortable. Despite the humiliation, the woman does not argue or defend herself. She listens silently, showing dignity and restraint, which contrasts sharply with the arrogance around her. This moment of disrespect sets the emotional foundation of the story. It reveals how quickly people judge others based on surface impressions and social standing. The relatives feel certain of their assumptions, never imagining they could be wrong. Their cruelty and overconfidence create a powerful buildup, one that makes the coming revelation far more dramatic and satisfying when the truth about the inheritance is finally revealed. As the lawyer begins to read the will aloud, the room grows silent with anticipation. Each relative leans forward, confident their name will be called along with a generous portion of the estate. Some even exchange proud smiles, already planning how they will use their expected inheritance. The earlier mockery toward the quiet woman still lingers in the air, and a few people glance at her with pity, certain she will receive nothing. She sits still, hands folded, showing no sign of expectation. One by one, the names are read, but instead of large financial gifts, most relatives are left with small symbolic items or personal notes. Confusion spreads across their faces. Whispering begins. The tension rises as the lawyer announces there is one final and major declaration left in the document. The room freezes. Then comes the stunning revelation. The entire estate, properties, savings, business shares, and personal assets has been left to the modest woman they had just insulted. She is named the primary and sole heir. Gasps echo through the room. Faces turn pale. Those who mocked her moments ago are now speechless. Some try to interrupt, claiming there must be a mistake, but the legal wording is clear and final. The lawyer confirms it calmly, leaving no room for doubt. The dramatic reversal shocks everyone present. Power shifts instantly. The woman who was treated as insignificant is now the most important person in the room. The twist not only changes the outcome of the will reading but completely transforms the emotional balance, exposing the arrogance, assumptions, and shallow judgments of the others. The story delivers a powerful and lasting lesson about the danger of judging people based on appearance, social status, or outward confidence. Throughout the will reading, most of the relatives measure worth through wealth, influence, and visible connections. Because the woman appears simple and reserved, they assume she is unimportant and undeserving. Their behavior shows how easily people create false rankings in their minds, confusing loudness with value and simplicity with weakness. What they fail to see is the deeper truth. Character is not always visible on the surface. Respect, loyalty, kindness, and sacrifice often happen quietly, without public recognition. The woman's calm dignity under humiliation suggests inner strength and integrity. While others were busy maintaining appearances and calculating benefits, she may have been the one who truly cared, supported, or stood by the deceased person in meaningful ways. The inheritance becomes not just a transfer of wealth, but a symbol of appreciation for unseen devotion and genuine humanity. The moment of reversal forces everyone present to confront their behavior. Their earlier insults now feel small and shameful. It proves that assumptions can be dangerously misleading and that treating people with basic respect should never depend on what we think they own or represent. In the end, the story encourages humility and fairness. It reminds us to value people for their actions and heart rather than their image. True worth is often hidden, and those who seem least powerful can sometimes hold the greatest significance and receive the most unexpected rewards.